Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Vagisha Sharanam Sharanam Vagisha Vagisha Sharanam Sharanam Vagisha Vagisha Sharanam Sharanam Vagisha Vagisha Sharanam Sharanam Vagisha Sarisha Sharanam Sharanam Sarisha Sarisha Sharanam Sharanam Sarisha
You can come here. It will look nice.
Sharanam Sarisha
Front, I can sit, will not ask any questions. You're wrong. Answer wrong, they will take it easy.
Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha
Okay. Come closer as much as possible. It will look nice and okay. We'll begin our get-together session, not orientation. You're all patron members and you don't need any orientation. Om Ganana-antva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatana-shrinvannotibhisseedasadanam Om Mahaganapataye Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrarupena Samsthita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay. On behalf of Gurukulam, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to attend Patent Camp 1 with Swami Viditatmananda and Swami Muktatmananda. Muktatmananda is a new addition. Muktatmananda underwent Vedanta course under the guidance of Puja Swamiji back in Coimbatore, India. Prior to that, he also studied with Swami Viditatmananda for a number of years. And after taking sannyasa, he continued his classes in Ahmedabad. And Swami Viditatmananda suggested us to invite him here. So he has been with us for the last 3 years. conducting number of online classes in English and Gujarati. Also, he is sharing classes with Swamijis on different camps. That's a little bit introduction about Swami Muktatmanji. Very well-read person. So we'll see what's the program for tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Tonight we'll spend some time knowing each other, and we'll continue that till Swamiji comes here for Satsang. Some people have come after a long time. If you have any questions, you can. We have index cards here and pen, you can write. Or you can ask Swamiji question directly. A mic will be given to you and it will be circulated. Whomsoever want to ask question, please raise your hands and Swamiji will take up all your questions. Okay. So tomorrow, this is the tonight program. Tomorrow, Saturday, August 19th. The day begins with drinking warm water, no tea, no coffee. This hall is kept open only at 7 a.m. If you are in habit of having early coffee or tea, you can go to the old cafeteria. All the facilities are there as it was before. A couple of years ago, when this COVID was rampant, for welfare of society, we began Ganapati Homa, Laghu Ganapati Homa, a short Ganapati Homa for 15 minutes for welfare of society. And after that, we thought it's wise thing to continue the same ritual even after and the pandemic is under control. So the day will begin in the morning at Ganapati Homa, with Ganapati Homa at 5:15 a.m. I'm sure all of you are interested to come there tomorrow morning. We will see the full attendance except me. I will try to come, but if I am running late, please excuse me. But this will not be held in the temple. This will be in our Homa building. How many of you have not seen Homa building? All of you know the location of Homa building. Shri Ganeshan is our priest. He will be conducting morning Homa building, Ganapati Homa. Then we'll come to the temple for daily Abhisheka, Shri Rudrabhishekam, at 5:40 a.m. When you do Rudrabhisheka, you chant Shri Rudram. In essence, the creation and the creator are one and the same. This is the essence, and there are so many other details are there in the Shri Rudram. If you would like to know more about it, please read Swamiji's book, Puja Swamiji's, on Shri Rudram. It's wonderful chanting. This requires a little bit of training because there are intonation marks. It's not just reading like a simple text. If you know Sanskritam, you can read the text. But this is being a classical thing. There are intonation marks, and it is explained to us that in absence of the scriptures, to protect the meaning of these words, the rishis came out with the mechanism of intonation marks of going up, down and middle. That's called Udatta Anudatta Swaritaha. All of you chant when Om Sahana Vavatu etc. It's not chanting class, but I'm giving you some background. So if you have studied and if you are familiar with intonation marks, then please join us. But if you haven't, it is advised, it is requested that don't make attempt to chant on your own. Please listen to our priest and other people who can chant it. That is Sri Rudram. Then we will try to finish that at 6:40, latest by 6:45, but you not have to wait till the puja gets over. Because at 7 o'clock, Swami Muktatmanji will teach you guided meditation. Okay? Then after that, you have breakfast soon after meditation, even though we have mentioned here 7:30, but sometime meditation always takes plus and minus. So you can come for breakfast at 7:30. And you're not going to take 1 hour to eat your breakfast. So we have introduced Gurukulam Seva. So you can give some of your time, go and ask our chef whether he needs any help. So he will line up some work for you, chopping some vegetables, etc. So if you want to have Indian sabji, you better please help them cutting tindora and bhendi, whatnot. Any other vegetable they would like to. After that, you come here at 8:55 and Swami Viditatmananda will be here for his first class at 9 o'clock. And the topic is Conquering Inner Enemies, based on Bhagavad Gita. That is Swami Viditatmananda's first class. It will take 10, 15, whatever it takes. Then you have few minutes before you come for the next class. Next class would be at 11 o'clock, 11 to 12. And the subject is the essence of Kenopanishad. Kenopanishad is one of the very tough and very interesting Upanishad. It's very difficult to cover all the shlokas, but I think Swamiji is going to give you the essence of the Kenopanishad. After that, we have afternoon Arati at 12:15. If you feel up to it, please come to the temple, but 12:15 we'll conduct the Arati. Then we'll have lunch here in the new dining hall. And you can have one yoga class. So if you want to attend yoga class, please plan your food accordingly. If you load up too much, then you cannot do yoga. So yoga class between 3:15 and 4:15. Then come back here again for afternoon tea. Then Swami Viditatmananda will continue the same topic in the morning, Conquering Inner Enemies, class 2. And after Swamiji's class, all of you will go together for Arati. And after Arati, you'll all come together here for dinner. Then you have a little bit relaxed time. 8 o'clock again you will meet here for Satsang. In other words, it's called question answer sessions. If you have any questions beforehand, please drop it off here. Swami will take it. So this is the Saturday schedule. Now open the page, flip the page. Next page is Sunday. That's on August 20th. Please remember, tomorrow's classes, all the classes will be held here. On Sunday, we have some function here in the morning till evening. So we have to accommodate their request. They are one of our patron members. I think their children are having some concert here and they have to get ready for evening concert at 4 o'clock. So on Sunday, we have shifted all the classes, starting from meditation till concluding classes will be held in the temple on Sunday. And Sunday also being third weekend, this is third weekend, we have been offering Bhagavad Gita classes. So we have to accommodate weekenders too. So how we have scheduled is, Muktatmanji is getting only one class. So Sunday morning, you will have no meditation. But you can have early breakfast before 8:15 and go to the temple for his concluding class on Upanishad between 8:30 and 9:30. Then 10 o'clock, Swami Viditatmananda will have concluding camp class, maybe followed by Guru Dakshina, whatever Swamiji plans. And again we'll meet at 11:30 here and we'll have Bhagavad Gita class ongoing. After that, then we have Arati, then lunch. So this is the program you are going to have for 1.5 days. Saturday and Sunday afternoon. And we have some other small programs at the end of the Bhagavad Gita class that we'll announce it on the same day. Then all the instruction, and then we have some parents have come with children. We ended up having only 6 children. They are all seems to be specialized. We have 8 teachers for them. So because teachers are already here, so they will teach them anyway. So parallelly children classes also will be going on. And all of you know Savitri Mani is here. She is nearing 90. And we honored her in our 37th anniversary. So she may get hold of you and stage something. I don't know what it is. But be ready for that along with the children. So that will be on Saturday. Program will be between 7:15 and 8. Satsang is not compromised. Okay. Right. So children program is giving here. Then about the Gurukulam, all of you know, and Muktatmanji and Abhishekam, importance of chanting, then all the general information, then Gurukulam guidelines, then upcoming events. If you would like to offer puja or anything, go at 5:30 there, because 5:40 has to start the puja. Tell him beforehand so that your sankalpa will be done before 5:40 a.m. Okay? And Shanti mantras are given, Guru Vandana, and whatever Swami Muktatmanji chants, that is Dakshinamurti Stotra and Shanti mantra are given. And he chants Gita Dhyanam before the class, that is also provided. All of you are familiar with these shlokas. And Kenopanishad, Shanti mantra is provided. And I think he has provided you first 2 mantras from the Upanishad. And as usual, at the time of lunch and dinner, we chant 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That's also provided. So, this is what I wanted to share with all of you. Any questions? Books you can take it. Yes. Okay. Now, usually what we do, some more books will come. Sometimes Vimala is going to send it. So we'll pass on the mic to everyone, and though you know each other, and some of our patron members are new, and it's good to introduce yourself and tell your name and since how you have been. You not have to give the whole history, how you came here, etc. Your name and the city you are coming from, since when you started coming here. Just 3 nice, sweet points. Let's begin with Dr. Patel. Yeah. That's fine. You are also included.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tushar Shah. Here with my wife Parul. We're coming from Richmond, Virginia, and this is our first patron camp. We attended. I attended 1 camp last week, and she attended 2. So it's our pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Shyam Ramamurthy and this is my wife Sharmila and daughter Shriya. So we are from Pittsburgh and we have been coming I think since 2013 and patron member since last 5 years. Yeah, 5 years.
Very good. Thank you. Give to her Vimalaji. Vimalaji is one of the oldest Bay members.
Hi, I'm Urmila Gujarati. I'm from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And I have been coming here since inception. So,
Yes.
My name is Renu Bhatt, and I'm coming from Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Thank you. Yeah, you tell yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Eric. I'm from Boston. This is my 3rd time here, and I'm a new patron a few months ago.
Thank you.
This is Jyoti Gandhi with her. I don't know when did we start coming. Well, not quite the inception, but maybe this year after the inception. I'm Jyoti Gandhi, and my husband Rajendra Gandhi, and my nephew Ravi Deepak, and we're from New Jersey, Bergen County, and Ravi is from all the way from.
Yeah, Ravi, yes.
Ravi
Second
Deepak. I'm sorry.
2nd generation.
No, great to see you all. Ravi Deepak from Hampton, Virginia. I've been coming since I was a little one. Yeah. So it's exciting to see everyone.
Thank you.
That's right. Actually, we met Swami Dayanandji when he came to speak at Garfield Temple. I went with my mother-in-law, and then we were there when this Dakshinamurti temple was open. And in between also, when we first came here, all the students were Americans.
Yes, they were
That's
who
right.
built this.
Yeah, so that's right. So a long time now.
Yeah. Urmilaji is one of them.
Hello, this is Atul Shah, and we have been coming to Ashram for a long time. Yeah.
Did you get his first name? Atul Shah. Okay.
Hi, I'm Romi Malik, and I've been coming from the beginning, and this is home for me.
And you also designed a couple of buildings.
I designed quite a bit, yeah. And this is home. Whenever I come here, I've come home. And it's a place of great inspiration. All that I studied with Pujya Swamiji and other Swamijis, all that Vedanta comes through my poetry.
Yes.
And I'm fortunate.
I'm Chan Deepak, and here's my wife Malini Deepak. We're coming from Hampton, Virginia, and we have been coming since 1990.
Oh.
My name is Krishna and Ramesh, coming from Rockville, Maryland. This is our 2nd patrons camp. So happy to be here.
I'm also Krishna Ramesh. This is my dad. My first time coming was last week, and so this is my 2nd time here for the weekend.
Welcome, Ramesh.
My name is Vinod Gupta. This is my wife Kamini. And I've been coming to the ashram since 87. I live in Bethlehem, very close here. And just became patron this year.
Oh, you've been patron, yeah.
Yeah, but thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sanjay Jain. I'm from Roslyn, Long Island. And the first camp was a Memorial Day camp, probably back in 1996 or so, 1995. And then subsequently became patron members. And I don't remember the year, but we've been enjoying coming here, and we were fortunate enough to have met Swami, Puja Swami Dayanandji when he would frequent here, and look forward to interacting with all of you here. Thank you.
Very nice.
Hello everyone, my name is Mala Gupta. That's my mother, that's my father, and that's my husband, Kanchan Gupta. We live in Long Island, New York, Manhasset town. And we've been coming here since 1996. And Swamiji's here. And we've been patrons since the beginning, yeah.
Thank you. We'll continue with Swamiji. Please continue. We have a few more to cover. That's all.
Okay. You have to say where you're from. You have to say who you are, where you come from, and then you started.
I'm Nandak Choksi, and I'm coming from Detroit, Michigan. And I have been coming to Vidya Gurukulam for about 10 years or so, yeah. And I thoroughly enjoy my stay here. Thank you.
Pass it on to other people.
Hi, I'm Kirti Vaswani. I'm from Bergen County, New Jersey, and I've been coming here with my parents, my uncle, I think about close to 20 some years. Don't remember exactly. Pleasure to be here. Learned a lot over the years.
My name is Rupa Srinivasan. We've been coming here for many, many years, I think from the late 80s when the ashram first started. We used to live in New York then, so it's in the middle. We went to the West Coast for several years and then came back again a few years back. So we've been coming quite frequently on a regular basis, though not frequent enough. This place is so peaceful, it is like home. Thank you.
Thank you. There, Mr. Chaudhary.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bharat Chaudhary. It's my wife, Sunita. We live in Princeton, New Jersey. We've been coming here for about 20 years. And Viditatmananda, thank you, as always, for organizing this course and all that you do throughout the year.
Thank you.
Hari Om. I'm Rishi. This is my wife. We've been coming to AVG for about, we were introduced about 15 years ago.
Yes.
And we've been coming on and off for that time.
Thank you. There's Swami Jyotirmanji from India. That is fine.
Actually, that's the Swami who introduced us
to
this Gurukulam.
Yes, I think here our Chetan Pandya is here. Pandyaji. Give it to him.
Namaste. My name is Vijay Pandya, and Gayatri is coming too. She's my wife.
Sitting there. She was waiting for him to come and introduce her. Thank you.
We coming here since more than 25 years. Yeah.
Pass it on to Meera.
Hari Om, my name is Meera Amin and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a student of Swamiji's.
She needs no introduction, correct? All of you know her. So she personally wants to say a couple of words. Please give it to her.
Hari Om, everybody. Namaste, Swamiji. I really do not know whether I should say what I want to say. Sudatmaji might have guessed. Shall I?
Hope it comes out all right. Please.
Anyway, I am Savitri Mani from Mumbai. I come here only just to help the children to put up some cultural show in every camp. And this camp is no exemption for that. But unfortunately, the number of children is very less. What I plan to do, maybe I won't be able to do. But at the same time, I will be doing it, provided I get your cooperation and help. Meaning, you are going to take part in the cultural program. Swamiji has kindly given me permission to have from 7:15 to 8 for the cultural program, but it may not last that long because number is less and there is only one item. And I will also, may I, Swamiji, explain what the plan is. See, India has got about 700,000 villages, out of which I have selected only 20 villages. To say they are very unique. There are more than that. Maybe I may have to cut down to 15 villages or 10 villages, I don't know, depending upon your interest in putting up the show. Say, for example, I am from Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, there is a village called Shani Shingnapur. That is on the way to, some of you might have gone to Shirdi temple. You have to take a little off the route to go to the Shani Shingnapur. Why I am saying unique? Because this particular village is very unique in its way because there are no doors for any house. You can't find any door anywhere, not even the bank. Even the bank doesn't have. So like this, I have selected 20. According to the interest of you, it may cut down or it may keep to be 20. Another, in Karnataka, there is a village, Mathur, where the spoken language is Sanskrit. Nowhere in the world you will come across people talking colloquially Sanskrit. This is one village which is very unique. Like that we have others also, I don't want to say now. So can I just ask you, request you, so how many of you will be interested to take part? You don't have to do anything. I'll just give you, if it is a Maharashtrian, I have Maharashtrian costume I will get, and just one placard which says Maharashtra, and there at the back, Sahadev will be putting up a white screen what it's all about. So for every village, you will have also audio-visual like, and you will be dressed up in the district, different village, and you only have to come and hold the placard to say from which state, which village you are in. Have you made myself clear?
Yes.
Can you please raise your hand, those who would not mind? Thank you very much. One hand went up. That's a leader. 2, 3, some more please. 4, 5, 6, some more please. 7, 8. 8, very good. Any more? 9, 10, 11. Oh, that is wonderful. I'll put 15 villages here. Please bring your friends, those who are hesitating to raise a hand. Please help them to raise it more. Not now. Tomorrow morning maybe we can meet at the dining hall in the temple. The temple, there is a dining hall. I kept everything ready over there. You only have to write which state you would like to, then I'll give you the costume immediately. Tomorrow, 2:30 probably we'll meet here. Just one trial, the order which village comes what, and then accordingly we'll have to enter, show the placard and say thank you very much, and I'm thanking you in advance for your cooperation and understanding. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji, for allowing me to take some minutes of yours. Please.
You all enjoy staying in all the classes. Thank you and good night.
I'll go and get the costume ready for all of you. Thank you, Swami.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcome all of you. Very happy to see many faces which I did not see throughout the year, but that's very nice that all of you could make it in this camp. And the regular classes will start from tomorrow morning. This session in the evening is meant for question and answers. So I invite questions from you to initiate the discussion.
Hari Om Swamiji. So, during Swami Dayananda Saraswati's birthday, Swamiji had said this sloka from Taittiriya Upanishad, Om Brahma Apnoti Param. And Swamiji beautifully explained how some of the items in that verse is explained in the rest of the verses. If you could elaborate that a little bit, that would be really, really nice.
He's talking about Taittiriya Upanishad, the second or Brahmananda Valli, which begins with this statement, Brahmavid apnoti param. Brahmavid apnoti param. Brahmavid, the knower of Brahman, apnoti, attains, param, the supreme or limitless, the knower of Brahman attains the limitless. So this raises a question. Literal translation of that passage is that the knower of Brahman attains limitless. Apnoti means attains, param means limitless. So, is it possible to attain limitless? Any attainment is going to require some effort. Then attainment is of something that you have not attained. And so with an effort you can attain something which you have not attained so far. But is it possible to attain the limitless? If you think about it, then whatever you can attain through an effort is going to be limited, because every effort by anybody is limited. An effort is made at a given time, at a given place, for a given length of time. And so regardless of how great that effort is, it is going to be limited. And a limited effort can yield limited outcome. So this statement says that the knower of Brahman attains the limitless. This attains the limitless, these things are not consistent. Because what you attain is going to be limited. The word attains the limitless is contradictory really in itself. So then the question arises, how do you attain limitless? Answer is that the limitless cannot be attained. If Upanishad says that you attain the limitless, that can only be if the limitless is already attained. But Swamiji, if it is already attained, then where is the question of attaining? Vedanta explains that it is possible that something is already attained and you do not know about it. Our Pujya Swami used to give an example that in Mumbai, Sunday morning, this person is reading his newspaper. His reading glasses are on. And then during that time, a friend visits him. So now he can't see properly through reading glasses, so he pushes his glasses up. And then converses with his friends. The friend goes away in about 15-20 minutes. He resumes reading his newspaper. He cannot read. Oh, my glasses. So where are my glasses? He looks here and there, underneath, everywhere he's looking for his glasses. And after a few minutes, then he loses his patience as usual. When the effort of searching for the glasses does not succeed, then he becomes impatient. Where are my glasses? Has anybody seen my glasses? Nobody responds to him. His wife or children, nobody responds to him. After some screaming, the wife comes out and says, "What's your problem? Have you seen my glasses?" "What glasses?" "Reading glasses." "I don't know." So everybody had a good time to watch this drama, and finally his 10-year-old son came along and says, "But have you seen my glasses?" "Dad, what glasses?" "My reading glasses." "I'll tell you where they are, with one condition. This evening you should allow me to go to a movie." "All right, you tell me where the glasses are." "They're right there." So that is how he gets back his glasses. So he attained his glasses, you can say. From his own standpoint, he did not have the glasses, and now he has attained the glasses. What kind of attainment is this? It is the attainment of what is already attained, because the glasses already were with him. But then the question of again attaining or getting the glasses, how did it come about? Because he already had attained but did not know about it. So what is the distance between him and the glasses? Distance is not in place that he is here and glasses are there. Distance is in terms of the knowledge or ignorance rather, ignorance that creates in him the idea that my glasses are lost. It's not the effort of searching for the glasses that actually enables him to get the glasses. It is the knowledge that I already have my glasses. That knowledge, in fact, fulfills his requirement or desire of attaining the glasses. You see the difference here? So one who knows the glasses attains the glasses. You can say here, the one who knows the glasses attains the glasses. Meaning what? That glasses were already attained, except that he did not know, and now he knows that they are already with me. So also Brahmavid Apnoti Param. One who knows Brahman attains Brahman, attains the limitless. Now limitless cannot be attained because, as we said, whatever is attained through an effort. Every effort is always limited, and therefore whatever you get, wherever you reach, whatever you discover, it's all going to be limited. Therefore, Brahman cannot be an object of attainment. It must be already attained. So it's Brahmavid Apnoti Param. Brahmavid, the knower of Brahman attains the limitless. Because the one who is seeking to be limitless is limitless. And somebody has to tell him, he cannot ever find out. He will never suspect that glasses are with me. Somebody has to point out, his 10-year-old child says, Dad, your glasses are already on your head. Similarly also, we will never suspect that I am seeking to be happy, I am seeking to be free, and that happiness or freedom is my nature, I can never suspect. Because I already concluded that I am unhappy, I am limitless, I am sad, I need to be happy. That is my conclusion from the birth, and therefore all the activities from the birth onwards are for the purpose of becoming happy, searching for happiness. Wherein the wealth, name, fame, power and any other achievements. And it looks like that I have achieved it. I have a momentary satisfaction. Again, the dissatisfaction comes back. Because I am trying to be successful, I am trying to be happy. The success and happiness are not away from me. They are my nature. And therefore, to be successful in life, I have to know that I am successful. To be happy in life, I need to know that I am happiness. So the Upanishad says, Brahmavid Apnoti Param. The knower of Brahma attains the limitless because the knower is already limitless, does not know that I am limitless, and by the instruction of the teacher. So here the teacher's job is to make him see. Teacher's job is not to just say what the Upanishad says. The job of a Vedantic teacher is to make the disciple see that he or she is what they are looking for. Brahmavid Apnoti Param. So this is what we briefly discussed on the day of Pujya Swamiji's birthday, 15th of August. Because we recited the part of Taittiriya Upanishad, and that was one of his favorite Upanishads also. And this statement also was one of the favorite statements of the Upanishad. That's why we briefly discussed that. That's what he's asking about. So this is what we talked about on the birthday of Pujya Swamiji. Not in this detail, by the way. What we said that day was much shorter than this. Here we did it more elaborately. But anyway, this was the theme of the talk.
Hari Om Swamiji. What happens to us after death?
Well, keep the microphone with you. What does it matter? What does it matter what happens to us after death? Do you remember your past life, if there was one? You know what you were, where you were before birth? If you don't remember, what does it matter? Meaning that after death we don't remember, and that's the beauty of the death. Oh, this is a great gift that the death gives us. We forget everything at the time of death, after death. Meaning that we do not remember anything of the previous life. Sometimes people are frustrated. Swamiji, how come if I had existed in a previous birth, how come I don't know it? How come I don't remember it? So people often feel that remembering your past experience is only proof that you had experienced, and that thank God that you do not remember your past birth. In fact, lots of things in this birth also we don't care to remember. And therefore, if you remember your past birth and earlier past birth and then countless births that you went through, you will just go crazy. So it is great that we do not know what we were in the past birth and that we do not know what the next birth is going to be. But one thing is certain, as Lord Krishna says, Jatasya hi dhruva mrityuhu, death is certain for the one who is born. With an exception of a Mahapurusha like a Sthitaprajna. Other than that, whoever is born is going to die, and who dies also will be born again, as long as the bondage or the karma is there. That's about all we can say. What happens after death is what it is that we have earned during this life, is what decides our destiny. In the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tame vaidikaundeya sada tad bhava bhavitah. With whatever bhavana, with whatever thought that a person departs from this body, that is what the person becomes. Ya ante matihi sagatihi. Whatever is our last thought determines our destination. Thank you, Swamiji. I'll make sure that my last thought is I'm Indra, or I'm Brahma. Unfortunately, we have no freedom to decide what the last thought will be. In fact, we have no freedom to decide what the next thought is going to be, because thought just occurs. We do not decide what the next thought is going to be. So we do not have freedom to decide what the last thought will be. So then what do we do? The last thought will be, in all probabilities, a resultant of the various thoughts that we entertain during this life. So what we can do is to entertain good thoughts while we are alive, to make sure that at last moment also we have a good thought. That's all we can say. What happens after that is we continue to live in one or the other embodiment. For a wise person, that is paranta kala. When a person recognizes that I am not the body, that I am consciousness, I am Brahman, when that is recognized and he lives that knowledge, then he is already dead. The real death is to become free from the identification with the body. That's the real death. Because that person does not have to be born again. But rest of us, how do we continue if that identification is not gone? So what happens after death? I take another birth. What birth will I take, Swamiji? Depends on how you lived in this life. So our Bada Swami used to say that every action, we are drawing a little line in the map of our next life. So we are in fact preparing our own map. With our action, what the next life will be, we are already preparing that. And therefore, be careful in what you do. Make sure that what you do is a good action. Ideally, an action is niskama karma, selfless action. Action of service, action of offering, action of worship. Then they will accumulate into something which is good, and that will assure you a good birth. In fact, that can free you from the birth also. Otherwise, it does not serve you any purpose to know what your next birth will be, because you cannot will. What you can will is good thoughts and good actions. And cumulatively they will decide a good birth. Here.
Swamiji, speaking of thoughts, where do they come from? And what is the Vedic view on that?
Well, when a thought occurs in mind, we are aware of the thought. Is that right? A thought comes, I know what that thought is, that thought goes away, a new thought comes, again I become aware of that. So, the thoughts come and parade before me in the light of awareness. It's awareness or consciousness that illumines the thoughts. In that light, I know the thoughts. Just as light from all these bulbs illumines this hall, and I know the various entities in this hall in that light, so also the light of consciousness illumines the thoughts, and that's how I know the thoughts. So now let me ask you a question. One thought is over, and then next thought arises. Do you think there will be space between the two thoughts? Do you think?
There is.
Otherwise there is no different. To recognize that this next thought is different from the first, there must be my line of demarcation. The first thought is over and second thought begins. So what exists in that gap, however little that gap is, what do you think exists there?
That's the Atman, right?
That's the awareness. Awareness is light. Light is constantly there. Here also light is constantly there. The objects keep changing one after the other. So light of awareness is always there. That one thought arises, subsides. Second thought arises, subsides. The fact that you are aware of the thoughts means that they are illumined by thoughts. So thought is over. There is, in that gap, there is awareness. Next thought arises, meaning the thought arises from awareness, is illumined by awareness, and merges back into awareness. So where does thought arise from? Awareness.
Hi, thank you again for the interesting discussion, because it's been pulling on my consciousness or my thoughts for the past few years. In physics and philosophy, they serve as a nice intersection most recently, where a lot of notable physicists relate back to the Bhagavad Gita and everything, and what Eastern thoughts. And I find it interesting when we look at the interrelations between people, especially with technology shifts. And our current generation is being shifted where Dharma sort of seems like it's being influenced by artificial intelligence. My route here is through Google Maps, and I was rerouted 5, 10 different times. So just like you were pulling on the thread of thoughts, now I'm giving my route from Virginia to Pennsylvania to a non-conscious embodiment. And that shifted my trajectory, my paths. How do you feel that we can affect future choices, decisions of not only my generation, but future generations in that way?
How do you say that Google has guided your thoughts, or artificial intelligence?
Well, I could have stayed on the highway that I knew from childhood, but now, because I was being rerouted because of traffic patterns, delays, and each one of us is sort of being rerouted in an algorithmic form around different things. And perhaps we've always been routed in algorithmic forms in some architect, but it's just interesting to think of it now not as a person, but as or like a teacher or guru like yourself. I always found it interesting when you're talking about light, when Puja Swamiji would talk about like, we're all in a theater looking forward and there's one light behind you. And I think that was like what you were referring to.
No, he meant the light, the projection, on the screen, that is a different thing from what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But understand that it is not the artificial intelligence that is guiding you. It's just giving you the data and you make the choice. It doesn't make choice for you. It tells you what possible routes are there and you make a choice ultimately. It gives information and perhaps more accurate information, lots of information, fast information. So that is where technology has made progress and will continue to make progress. But ultimately choice has to be made by us. You may make a choice that I'm going to depend upon what this fellow says, that is also a choice.
Right.
You follow?
Yes.
So ultimately it's your choice, not choice of that machine. So artificial intelligence will give you data, but choice ultimately has to be made by you. It doesn't make choice for you.
I can, yeah. So I guess it influences some of your thoughts, though, right? Like by making suggestions that you might not be aware of, perhaps. Though.
That is true. As I said, it gives you information.
Sure.
But ultimately, you are the one who has to make the choice. It can give you suggestions, but it doesn't drive your car. You drive the car ultimately, and that is done by you based on what you want to do. So artificial intelligence makes everything very quick and maybe lots of choices and gives you lots of data right away. It helps you make quick decisions also and make suggestions also. But ultimately, you are the one who makes the choice, not artificial intelligence.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mark Twain said that the worst thing in his life never really happened. That means that thoughts are not real happenings. Thoughts are, you just bring it out, they are not real.
Mark Twain said,
most of the worst thing in my life never really happened.
Now, what is worst thing? Who decides that?
The thoughts.
No. Thoughts don't decide. You decide whether the thing is worst or not. Thoughts don't decide.
He means thoughts come in the mind, but they are not real.
No,
so
these are unrelated things. You're making a statement that the worst thing never happened in my life. That's one statement. To say thoughts are not really altogether different statement, meaning that it's a different subject matter. To say that the worst thing never happened in my life. So you are the one to choose whether it's worst or not.
Actually, I meant it happened in his mind, all the words that he was thinking. But in real life, it didn't happen. I don't know, makes sense.
Doesn't make sense to me, because he is the one who decides whether to follow his thoughts or not. Thoughts don't decide.
And then some people compare thoughts to watching the stream going or the clouds changing. The thoughts are always changing.
That's all right, good. If you're stuck with one thought, then you can't proceed in your life. It's good that they're changing. Or Swami would say that, see, our perception changes. If I look, then I see a chair, then I see a person, then I see a wall. Now, if that did not change, if the thought of the chair stuck in my mind, then it will be all confused. The next one I see a human being, then chair and human being and then wall. Everything gets confused. So therefore, a thought comes and goes, it gets completed. So that's a great gift we have.
Thank you.
One second, please speak in the microphone.
So again, back to the thoughts. I understood that it's arising from awareness, but then this young man, when he spoke, you said that you decide which thought is important or which thought you want to give life to. So when you say that, it seems like there is a duality right there, right? Like the thought is part of the awareness, it comes and it goes, but then you're choosing to grasp one thought and stick with that. So you're saying you as though you're separate from the awareness.
From the thought. What you're watching is thought, not awareness. What you're watching right now is this cloth, not light. In the light you see that cloth, in that awareness you see the thought. So what you're watching is thought. So yes, in mind there is something that is watched and someone is watching. The duality exists in the mind, subject-object duality does exist. Otherwise vyavahara is not possible.
Okay. Thank you.
After all of your years of study and teaching, do you have any doubts or uncertainties now? And if so, what are they? Especially when it comes to these very deep questions.
I don't have doubts or uncertainties about what Vedanta teaches. There are no doubts, no uncertainties. It's very simple teaching, otherwise I would not be able to say that. Vedanta teaching is very simple and gives us an insight into the individual, the world and God. That's subject matter of Vedanta. And Adi Shankaracharya said it in half a verse. Shankaracharya said, Slokardena pravakshami yaduktam grantha kotivihi brahma satyam jagan mithya jivo brahmaiva naparaha. So Adi Shankaracharya wrote one verse. The first line of the verse is only proposition. Half verse is used for proposing. In half a verse, I am going to state what is stated in millions of books. That's the first half. So what are you going to say? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. That Brahma is Satyam, the truth, reality. Jagat, the names and forms of Mithya appearance. And the one who thinks is Jiva is none other than Brahman. So this is a teaching, very simple. You follow? Vedantic teaching is very simple. Yeah, we can use bombastic words and all kinds of phrases and, confuse you. But we like to talk in simple language because truth is simple. Vedanta is simple. Therefore, there is no doubt. Yeah, your question was, are they uncertain? No, because thing is, truth is very simple. Science also says, the physicists say, even though as they're exploring, the truth is becoming more and more complex, looks like, every discovery seems to only reveal the complexity of what they are looking for. But one conviction they have, the truth must be simple and beautiful. A physicist, what would he say? The truth must be simple and beautiful. And they're looking for a place where truth is not, so they will never find it. But one who says truth and simple is simple and beautiful, he is simple and beautiful himself. So one day when they will stop searching there and search here, they will find it. But what I'm saying is, this is a very simple teaching, therefore there is no reason to any doubts. It can be said in very complex words, and he said there are so many textbooks are there and very tremendously complex languages, complex arguments, etc. But basically things are very simple. Was that your question?
I suppose so. I think so you talked about physics, so knowing that some ideas or concepts, they change over time. So there's one accepted theory or belief for some time, and then over time a new one comes along. So I think naturally, at least for me, there has to be almost a continuous doubt, because what I think is true at one time changes as I learn more or look more inwardly. So I'm always a little skeptical about being too stubborn about any specific belief that I may have. But which is why I asked you if you've reached a point where that kind of just stops, or maybe even as another question, in your studies, did you have periods of doubt or uncertainty in either what you're reading or whether your own experience matched up with what was being taught? And did that doubt and uncertainty, if it was there, did it change over time?
You see, we are talking of two different things. You presuppose that what I'm searching for, the truth, is outside me. What Vedanta teaches that truth I'm searching for is myself. As far as what is outside of me is inscrutable. In Vedanta, the word is anirvachaniyam, something that cannot be. As far as the creation is concerned, world is concerned, nothing can be said to be such and such. Vedanta says that. Because this is a product of Maya, this is mithya, it's an appearance, and therefore you can never come to a final conclusion. There is no finality as far as the world other than you is concerned. There is finality about the self. And that is the truth. So therefore, if you look at the self and recognize that the truth, there is no question of changing. If you think truth is outside there, it always changes. And so scientist looks outside there, every 10 years there is a new one, it's great. Vedanta says that this is mithya, it's an appearance. That's what Einstein, all these scientists also said that the universe of 3 dimensions is unreal, relative. That it is a projection of some reality of a greater dimension of it. This is a shadow or projection. This is a word that he used. I was most amazing about the insight that this science, Einstein and his team had. It's just most mind-boggling. How did they ever discover this? But they did. What Vedanta says is what they said 100 years ago about the relativity of the creation. But there is one thing that is not relative. That does not come in science, and that is the subject, the one who is declaring or one who is investigating. There can be no doubt about that. There is always doubt about what is other than you. Because there is no finality about that. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Pranam Swamiji. I have two questions. One is about a few years ago, the world scientists announced that they have discovered God particle. So, what do you say about that? And the second question is that I read that before the time of Adi Shankaracharya, there was a prevalence of inaction, and Buddhism was more prevalent in a society. So, what exactly happened? Because Vedanta theory is immortal, is for forever. So, what happened in a society that everything is date back to Adi Shankaracharya only?
Oh, that's because the teaching tradition was lost. The tradition continues when you have right teachers and the right students. Even Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that this sampradaya or lineage was disappeared for a long time. That's why I'm giving you that teaching today, says to Arjuna. So what is lost is teaching tradition, not the truth. You follow? Secondly, yes, Buddhism, this kind of cycles are always taking place here. And different schools of thought become prominent. Even today also, even in India, so many schools of thought are there. Vedanta is one of them. But there are many other schools of thought. In Vedic times, they always existed because there is freedom of thought and freedom to do what you want to do, what you want to follow. So that freedom has always been there. But at the same time, yes, that a God particle is discovered, as he says, you will keep on discovering new things every 10 years. Because where they are looking for is inscrutable. There cannot be finality about that, and that, so it will change. Meaning our understanding changes, that maybe whatever it is. But as we come with new understanding, new arguments, new reasoning, our conclusions change. You follow? Okay, I think we'll conclude here. We will have, yes, okay. We'll conclude with one short kirtan. Please repeat after me. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana Krishna 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 Mukunda Janardana Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare Achyutananda Govinda Madhava Achyutananda Govinda Madhava Satchidananda Narayana Hare. Satchidananda Narayana Hare. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana. Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. Achyutananda Govinda Madhava. Achyutananda Govinda Madhava. Satchidananda Narayana Hare. Achyutananda Govinda Madhava. Satchidananda Narayana Hare. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana. Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. Achyutananda Govinda Madhava. Achyutananda Govinda Madhava. Satchidananda Narayana Hare. Achyutananda Govinda Madhava. Satchidananda Narayana Hare. Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana. Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. Krishna Govinda Narayana Hare. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukhavag bhaved. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
I should have listened to that lady. That's why I didn't listen to her.